To help you better understand this DVD, here are some basic terms. This is the boom, the dipper, this is the bucket, and this is Takeuchi's exclusive designed offset kingpin, which carries the boom, so it's sometimes called the offset boom. Rotating the excavator like this is slewing, and rotating the bucket is curling. There's a seat belt on this excavator. You should use it. To start the excavator, insert the key into the ignition and turn clockwise. The excavator will start. Next, when you're ready, before you can start operating the excavator, you'll have to disengage the safety lockout system, which is this lever. When raised, all the excavator's functions are turned off, so put this lever down. The engine speed is set with this lever, and the icons of hare and tortoise indicate the speed settings. Set it to about halfway, and then adjust it if you have to while you're working. And one of those adjustments is a return to idle function on the right joystick. Just by pressing a button, you can go to and from working and idle speed. Before moving, check the dozer blade is raised. This lever controls the blade's height. It should only be on the ground when pushing dirt or used as a stabilizer when digging. Takeuchi operators have two possible methods of boom operation, namely excavator or backhoe pattern. Your first priority when starting the excavator should be to identify which pattern you are using by moving the joystick in your left hand forward and backwards. If it operates the whole boom, you have what's known as backhoe pattern, and your right hand will operate the dipper. Alternatively, if your left hand operates the dipper only, you have what's known as excavator pattern, and your right hand will operate the whole boom. When the boom is facing in front of the excavator, both patterns will move the boom and dipper in the direction you push the lever. Both patterns will also move the operator's compartment in the direction you move the left-hand lever sideways. And again, both patterns will rotate the bucket or curl the bucket by moving the right-hand lever sideways. Changing the pattern settings is easy. The pattern change control is in this compartment. Merely undo the wing nut and move the lever to the setting you want. It can be done in seconds. To reposition the offset boom or offset kingpin, there's a pedal on the floor of the operator's compartment just in front of your right foot. Press the pedal on the right side and the offset boom will move in the right direction. Press the pedal on the left side and the offset boom will start moving in the left direction. Everyone agrees the Takeuchi FR excavators are the only truly full zero swing excavators. For example, you can work in a narrow lane or alley, slew or turn and load a truck behind you without knocking walls or fences. No other excavator can do this. Here's how it works. The kingpin on the FR series, unlike other excavators, is not fixed, it's offset. This means the operator can place the kingpin anywhere he wants in front of him. This not only enhances visibility, it means when the boom is moved hard to the operator's right, the FR's design allows the boom to come back past the operator's compartment. In this position, with the bucket dipped and curled close in, the excavator can now safely slew 360 degrees within its own track width. So once you put the FR excavator where you want to, you can work it. With such an extraordinary range of boom adjustment, you might think that when using a wide mud bucket there's a risk of hitting the cabin. To stop this happening, Takeuchi have designed an automatic interference prevention system. It's a switch that limits the backward tilt of the boom to keep a wide bucket away from the canopy or cabin. And to overcome human forgetfulness or inexperience, the interference prevention system kicks in automatically each time you start the excavator. This requires the operator to make a conscious choice to turn off the interference prevention system if he wants to raise the boom higher to work in full zero swing mode. It takes a bit of practice to learn what this excavator can do, but once you get the hang of it, you'll be impressed. There's a separate control lever for each rubber track. In their normal position, both tracks are locked. Push both controls away from you and the excavator moves forward in a straight line. Bring both back towards you and the excavator moves backwards in a straight line. Move the levers smoothly and the Takeuchi will respond accordingly. To turn, you have to take the power off the track in the direction you want to go. If you want to turn right, keep the right track in the locked position, but keep power on to the left track. The right track locks, the left track keeps power on, and the excavator will skid around to the right. And if you lock the left track and power the right, the excavator will swing to the left. The same principles apply going backwards, except locking the left track will skid you in the right direction, and locking the right track will skid you to the left. Once you get the hang of it, it's easy. The 2-speed option switch is behind the right track lever, and the icons of hare and tortoise refer to the speeds. The hare's obviously faster, but you shouldn't use it until you're confident about manoeuvring the excavator. Here's how to change the bucket. It's so much easier with an hydraulic hitch, because the operator can hitch or unhitch the bucket without leaving the cabin. To unhitch the bucket, you turn off the hydraulic hitch system with this key. A red light comes on and a buzzer sounds, which warns you that the hydraulic hitch system is turned off, so the bucket can now be released. For safety reasons and to save damaging the bucket, this obviously should be done when the bucket is close to the ground. Hitching a bucket is easy. Make sure the hydraulic hitch system is turned on, put the hitch into position and pick the bucket up just a short distance off the ground. It will lock into position automatically, but to check that it's secure, curl the bucket in both directions. Also bear in mind, Carnegie Hire is willing and able to transport any equipment you've hired to the site where you want to work it. But if you're using your own truck or trailer, make sure the excavator is firmly and safely secured for transport. Now please pay attention to this important safety advice. You must never rush. Take your time. Learn how to operate the Takeuchi safely. You must concentrate at all times all around you. Keep everyone, including pets, at least 10 metres away. Dig where possible on level ground. Never work on a steep slope. This can be dangerous and it requires special skill. Before you dig, you must check for underground electricity and phone cables, and also water, gas and sewer pipes. All this information is available on the Dial Before You Dig line on 1100. Look above for clearance under carports and overhead electricity, pay TV or phone cables. Never crash the bucket into the dozer blade or the ram protector. If using a wide mud bucket, take extra care when slewing or swinging the boom. Carry heavy rocks or lumps of concrete carefully in the bucket to avoid damage. This DVD complements the manual and is not meant to replace it, so please refer to both. You're now going back to the main menu, where you can, if you're not clear about anything, watch this track again. And when you're ready, go ahead and enjoy the Takeuchi. If you need help or advice at any time, don't hesitate to call Carnegie Hire at this number. They're always ready to help, especially if it'll save you from some expensive surprises. Please bear in mind that Carnegie Hire, or you may have known it as Carnegie Rental Centre, has had over 30 years' experience servicing the hire needs in Melbourne's inner and outer suburbs, like excavators, skid steer loaders and general contractors' equipment. Feel free to consult them about your needs. And if you can't see what you're looking for at Carnegie Hire, don't worry. If they haven't got it, they'll get it for you. Once again, we hope you enjoy this DVD and enjoy operating the Takeuchi supplied to you by Carnegie Hire.